Hello everyone. Yeah, we're doing this stuff again, I'm afraid. How's my voice coming through? Wonderful, excellent. Okay, so since last time I became an affiliate somehow. I managed to trick Mr. Bezos into saying his name backwards, which means that I'm an affiliate. If I ever solve his riddles 3, maybe I'll become a partner, but don't bet on that one. So that means there's a couple of changes around here, assuming I haven't fucked it up, which it looks like I already have, because I seem to be a subscriber to my own channel. I'm not quite sure how I managed that one. So we now have emotes. Turns out making emotes is difficult. There's one. There's another. Actually, you know what? Let's put them all in one message. So, 3 of these turned out fine, 3 of them did not. 2 of them did not. There's the entire collection. That includes 3 of our tiny little mascot, Sarah S. Sowerty, 1 of UFO Co. from Space Invaders Extreme 2, and 1 is just a spinning poop from Sky Kid because I thought that was funny. Now, you lot don't owe me shit. If you don't have to do anything for me. So that's why we should have. We've got like Zenny, which is the channel points nonsense, and I've made it so that unlocking a random emote is as low as possible. I am concerned about the readability of the Sarah ones. That's why I'm a little hesitant at the moment. It's been a week, a long week, so I haven't been able to do as much as I wanted to do to get this all ready. But feel free to use the channel emotes to try them out and see whether they work for you. I'll probably try and get the other 2 replaced at some point. You know, make them not crap. We also should technically have alerts. Okay, good. People, we've seen one in use already. I'm not a good judge because I have to have my monitor kind of far away, so it's hard for me to tell whether they're any good or not. It's entirely up to you. So use the channel points to unlock them. You are also now free to throw bits at my face, like I'm a busker of some kind. Again, you don't owe me shit, so do not feel obligated to do so. But you can also subscribe. Again, you're not obligated. We should technically have alerts as well. They're all silent. They'll all just appear in the right hand corner, very unobtrusive. I've probably fucked it up though because they're not appearing properly. So we're off to a grand old start. Clearly Mr. Bezos made a mistake. Yeah, there we go. There's UFO Co. I happen to have... she's become the unofficial mascot of the stream because she appears at the start. But don't tell Taito. They might sue. But I figured the world needs a UFO Co emote, so that's what we're going with. Now the theme for this evening... Oh, hi Camping Luna. I see people like UFO Co, that's good. So, the theme for this evening is the hard-boiled action. We're looking at 3 action-y kind of games set in relatively contemporary settings. So that's Elevator Action, the last of the early 1980s games that we need to look at. We'll be looking at... hang on. We'll be looking at Elevator Action Returns from 1994. and the most video game of all time, Runark, better known as Growl. Hi, Squirrel Boss. Please enjoy your tiny mascot emote. Okay, where were we? Okay, we gotta go back here. So, become a spy on a mission to steal secret documents from a high-rise building full of lifts, elevators, and enemy agents. This is one of several early games that let you remove the year display for whatever reason. I've never... It's a mystery. Don't know what's going on there, but we're gonna jump in. Yes, it's time for tea. So this is 80. Oh wait, hang on. I fucked up. There we go. There's the flyer. This is the story of Agent Otto and his mission to steal secret documents. Elevator action. Yes, this is probably one of Taito's more ported games. It's available on a lot of systems. You can get it on Switch and PS4 on its own as part of Arcade Archives. But let's get started. Let's see how we get on. So this is a 4-way joystick game. Agent Otto, with his ridiculous pompadour, must make his way down the various buildings. Now, this is a more serious game, but it's still got that Taito charm. For example, okay, can we get this guy? No, he got us. But you can shoot the lights out. That's actually very helpful because you can hit enemies with the lights, with the light fixtures, if you're very good. So all we have to do is you have to go into these red doors and steal the files. You can also use escalators, but the primary form of transport is these elevators. You can't get past the wire that's hanging them though. You have to... Now, considering this is 1983, this does feel a little stiff. Partly because when you crouch, it's like a toggle. You're either crouching or you're not, but you can't just let go of down. The other problem is that when you're in an elevator, you cannot crouch, which is a big problem because it makes it harder to avoid enemy bullets. And there is a little lead up time to when they're about to shoot you, but sometimes it's not enough. There is a lot going on with this game considering it's 1983, isn't there? There's a lot of different moving parts. And again, it has that sort of weird a lot of attention to detail that you wouldn't necessarily get in other arcade games. I like the dramatic little music sting you get when you do go in a door. Now, I tend to go out of the doors immediately, but you can delay. Oh, man. This game's rough. This game is pretty difficult. You can wait longer. We go back in. Our objective this evening is very simple. We're gonna beat the first stage. That's what I want out of this. The other two games we'll actually finish. But this one... What you can also do is if you jump at enemies, you can... Ooh, hang on. Oh no. If you jump at enemies, you kind of jump kick them. Ooh, ooh. Hi, Sardus. I see you've got one of the emotes already. Oh shit, thanks for the sub... I don't know if the alert went up, but thank you so much for subscribing, Sardus. You're the first. You're in there. Bless you. I don't know if the alerts are working. I can't check. I swear I got them working earlier. You are one of the many friends of Sarah S. Sowerty in the Taito land. You're welcome. Balls. Okay. I don't know how to fix that. It's my first day. I mean, it's not very fancy at all, the alerts that I had sent. It's literally just a picture and text. There will be no bells, there will be no whistles. I told John TTS to go on holiday. He needs it. But that's that. I just don't want many noises. So I hope that you understand. When I fix the alerts, there's obviously something I've completely fucked up and I don't know what it is. My other objective playing this game is I want to crush someone with an elevator. That's pretty morbid, but it is something you can do, and the animation is hilarious. We nearly... Yes! No! Okay, this guy seems like a prime candidate to get squished. Come on. Yep. Oh. We're gonna stay with this all night if we have to. Yes! Yes! And of course, they can do the same to you. And it's horrifying. Squish! I can't believe Otto's dead. He is incredibly dead. Also, it's not obvious from my gameplay, but you can't jump down an elevator shaft otherwise. As long as if there's no thing below, you'll just die. It's a cruel world out there. You know, we're just gonna take a second, because I swear I had them working yesterday, and it's annoying me that they're not working. Okay, a completely fake test one is going to show up. Hopefully, assuming this works. We apologise for the interruption to our program. Emulate. Did that flash up? Yeah, it's just another thing that... Oh, wait, hang on. We'll get back to what we were doing in a second, I promise you. Aha, I understand the issue. I had it positioned in the wrong place. Oh. I guess we're having a stretch break. Okay, I can do that. That should be alright. Okay, so we're going to have a little stretch break. I'm just going to go walk around while Otto dies. Also, look at this nightmare architecture that he has to deal with. Agent Otto has a difficult life. Okay, stretch break. we've successfully had our stretch break. Hopefully the cooldown timer I switched on that should be working. We go back in. We're beating this first level. We managed to crush someone with a... That sounds like a Florida hotel. I can believe that. Oh, can we get it with the... Yes! Sick. There's a lot of ways for people to die in this game. It's very cruel. Also, I've got to imagine someone at Taito Egret Spy versus Spy. Woof, okay. That's how you can use doors to dodge bullets. Again, a lot of moving parts in this game, which is... Nope. Moving parts, get it? Cause there's elevators? Huh? Hey? No? Okay. I'll try and keep the puns to a minimum. Yeah, no. This is actually that new Star Wars hotel. That makes sense to me. Sometimes it's better just to jump at guys, because you'll get the drop on them a little easier. Now, how many ports of this game are there? This is a rare one in that I believe it had 2 ports. It had the NES port done by Micronics and the SG-1000 port done by Tosei. Not many series can say that they've had work done by both of those companies. The Micronics version is probably like one of their better NES games, but you know, the competition isn't exactly tough on that one, is it? That agent's just been a maverick. Okay, oh no. We're in shooting distance of the end, but then it just turns into a hell zone. Oh, okay, woof. And it just turns into this hell zone. You can just barely stand on those platforms in the middle, but it's not a very safe top position. Oh, sick. And there we go. Yes, yeah, this is on, I was going to mention Elevator Action Deluxe when we play Returns, so that will be coming up, but there's I think the Game Boy Advance version is like, they did Bubble Bobble old and new, but they also did Elevator Action old and new, and I think that version is based on the NES port, but it has like a new mode that's like, got different characters and different levels. Ooh. Of course, if you had a Game Boy Color, you may be familiar with a game called Dexter's Laboratory, Robot Rampage, I think, and that's just a reskin of an elevator action game. They made an elevator action game for the Game Boy Color, and they reskinned it. Ooh. Of course, as well as including the original game, Elevator Action Deluxe has the best feature that you could put in any video game, playable time gal. And you can play as the Arkanoid Bat, and you can play as Sayo from Kiki Kai Kai. Honestly, when a game doesn't have time gal, everyone should just ask, where's time gal got to? That's what they should do, if you ask me. As we get further into the game, the stages start getting more complicated. So we've got elevator shafts that have multiple elevators in them. The agents are starting to get more aggressive. Now we're just kind of marooned here. There's Time Gal. Thank you. I'm glad that emote exists. God bless Time Gal. That is correct. As soon as I find a way to do it easily, we are absolutely streaming Time Gal. Time Gal rules. Are we making it to the end of the second building? Is this happening? Hell yeah, it is. What the? Oh! Oh, okay, that one's on me, I forgot. Oh, no, now I'm just fucking dead. Yeah, you have to get all of the folders to advance, otherwise the game just boots you back. See, I was getting too focused on weird Game Boy Color games. Other Taito games, given that, oh no, this is not a safe place to stand. Oh. Oh, I'm kind of not in the best position here. Ooh. I was so close. Aha. Okay, yeah, this is the way. This is the strat. See you, losers. I'm out. Sorry, but you forgot one door. Good. And so the game continues. Man, they just get their guns out immediately. But no, I like elevator action. It is a little jittery, the arcade version, which is, as someone pointed out, probably why the NES version felt alright, because Micronics are good at making games that jitter a lot. And weirdly, like there's a normal Game Boy version that has a bunch of extra weapons and stuff. I've never really put much time into that. Yeah, no, that seems fine. That seems fine. So that's the original elevator action. That it's tragic, but it's also a perfect end. I wouldn't have wanted it any other way. So what we're going to move on to is in the 90s, Taito took to bringing back some of their older games with a fresh lick of paint. So this includes stuff like Darius Gaiden, which I think at that point hadn't had a sequel since like the weird console games. You got Space Invaders 95, you've got the Bubble Bobble sequels, and Elevator Action returns. Join a special ops team tasked with obtaining the terrorists' plans and preventing their plot. Action-packed levels include airports, oil fields, and more. Yeah, he went out with a blink, bless him. Sadly, Otto is no longer here. Instead, we have a new generation of elevator actioners. Please wait a moment. Just wait. Thank you. Yes. This game rules. A lot of people really like this game. Return to a new generation of elevators are good. Oh, this game's so good. So they basically took the very, very basics of elevator action and expanded on them. We're playing as Edie Barrett, obviously. Take the information of the plan. Place bombs are set. They're hidden in the red door. This mission has no code, okay?
Go on, Commander.
Look at this game. So you've got a slightly expanded moveset. You can shoot a lot more. Crouching is you just hold to crouch now. You've got a bit more. You get a bit more distance with jumps. More importantly, you can run and jump, and you can go in blue doors to get stuff. And you have a secondary weapon, which differs between each character. Edie here has a bunch of fire bombs. Crush the old order. And again, just like the original, you can still shoot the light fixtures. That flashing effect is emulated much better on the Egret 2 Mini. MAME doesn't quite do it properly. Create a new society. Oops. Can't get him. So this is more obviously closer to the arcade original, but the stages do get a lot more action-packed. Plus, another thing that's new is a life meter. You can take a certain number of hits, but falling or getting crushed will still kill you instantly. Ooh. Just look at the amount of detail in these strikes, though. You can see the individual shells from when you fire a bullet. Just an incredibly cool game. And we get picked up and we're on our way. Ooh. Elevator action returns. Now that's the most efficient way to get into the airport, you know, relatively stealthily. I think that's fine. Some may call out a bit unnecessary, but, you know, we're here to stop bombs. We're trying to reduce the amount of damage done. So I see that as completely fine. We've also got different angles at which you, well, different strengths with which you can throw bombs. So if you just want to throw them very a short distance, you can. And now we've got a rocket launcher. Go indoor, get a data. Can do. And now we've got jetpack guys. There's quite a few different enemy types, so as you can see, this definitely focuses more on the action element, and that's why I find Deluxe interesting. That's the PS3 game. It takes a more puzzle style approach, so it's kind of like these two games take the same game in completely different directions. Returns is definitely like the more beloved of the two, but if you ever get the chance to try Deluxe, you're looking for sort of a puzzle platformer kind of thing, it's not bad. It's recommended. Give it a shot. And if you get gold medals in stages, you unlock old Taito arcade flyers. Now, we have put the violence setting to on, so even blood splotches appear. Taito weren't necessarily afraid to put a bit of blood in. I guess we saved the plane, maybe? I'm not entirely certain, but it's fine. we're taking the dirty pair approach to saving the day. That is blowing up most blowing up most of the locations that we visit. It's technically saving the day. Oh yeah, that's right. It did come out around the same time as Exit. Exit, another excellent Taito game from the 2000s. Definitely more focused on kind of a specific graphical style. It's very... they got me. Yeah, this isn't going to be a one-credit run, and it's not going to be a speed run either. There are people who do speed run this game. I believe the opponent does, and it's a thing to behold. That takes a lot of skill. Skill that we as scrubs do not have, but that's fine. And here's the big bad again.
Crush the old order and create a new society!
Power of the revolution. Crash the old order. Still, we got out of there. We're alright. How's the game volume, by the way? Treat the bombs set in a high building. The number of bombs is 4. That is a high building. That's a really high building. Sadly, one of the few things you can't shoot is the exit signs, the little green exit signs. Oh, nice. And there's a delicious sandwich. Okay. Also, the characters do have little idle animations. I'll just turn that down a shade. There we go. Whoops. Hopefully my volume settings generally are a little better than they have been. I tried to sort that out. God, the animation for the guys on fire is really disturbing. Taito put too much effort into that. A worrying amount of effort. Okay, thank you. But don't worry, we're going to be seeing way grimmer death animations in the final game for this evening. Of course, this also got a very good Saturn port done by Ving, who did a lot of Japanese home computer ports and console ports for Taito. And that's getting... The Saturn version of this is getting a re-release on Switch, Xbox One and PS4. Done by the people who did the Cotton Saturn tribute. So, I'm looking forward to that. I'm also looking forward to Cleopatra Fortune, obviously. Oh, no, don't want to get crushed. Yeah, the dogs... Taito knew that people didn't want to hurt dogs. Although that is something that will be coming up later. The secret origin story of Growl, which is kind of amazing. Okay, let's go in here. Fries. Good healthy food. Yeah, the dogs aren't hurt, they just need to lie down. Yep, good. There's the definitely not McDonald's fries. Please don't sue. Ow. great cityscape background here. I really like it. Now, I do have a kind of funny story about this game. I never saw it in an arcade. I never knew it existed until emulation. But, well, for the most part. But, before it became official Nintendo magazine, in the UK we had a Nintendo magazine system, and for whatever reason they used to have a section where they talk about like arcade games, usually in the back, and they reported on Taito showing one of those amusement operator expo things in Japan. And they were weirdly dismissive of a lot of the F3 games because they said, oh, they're just their old games repackaged like Bubble Symphony and Elevator Action Returns and Space Invaders. Which is kind of weird to think about in 1994. The perspective of old games back then was very different. On the plus side, that magazine also showed me the first screenshots I ever saw of Kaiser Knuckle, and I was kind of fascinated with the game ever since that point. And while I have my own thoughts on the original Kaiser Knuckle, at least Dan Cougar kind of fulfills the promise that screenshot gave to me. The moral of the story is don't trust UK games magazines that from the 90s. They usually don't know what they're talking about. Except N64 magazine. Maybe Amiga Power. If you like the Amiga. I'm Amiga agnostic. Anyway, there's a lot of jetpack guys here. They got me. I need to use my bomb. Should be the last of them.
We're leaving now.
Treat the bombs set to me on the ground. The number of bombs is 5. You joke, but someone has probably said that somewhere about Chucky Egg. The thing is, I did have a ZX Spectrum, but I had all the wrong games. I didn't have any of the games people talk about. I had all the weird arcade conversions. Did you know Operation Wolf was on the Spectrum? Did you know it was a bad port? Now, the ZX Spectrum port of the New Zealand Story, on the other hand, well, that's clearly a masterpiece. I'd actually rather play that than the PC Engine version. Yeah. No, it's fine. but that's why you'll probably never see home computer games on this stream. It's just a case of I know how to make a ZX Spectrum work, but anything else is just no, please don't do that to me. That's incredibly mean and cruel. I'm sure people who have streamed emulations of home computer games can attest to that. Anyway, we've got shield guys showing up. What do they mean? You do have a close range attack as well, which earns you extra points. But yes, a lot of people were very happy when this was announced for the Egret 2. I think this was like among the first games they announced for it, and it was absolutely the right decision. The more people can play this game, the better. Up to this point, the last Western release was, I think, on Taito Legends 2, and it's not the best. I know the Xbox version has some issues with all the game settings are wrong. like when you try and set it to have 10 bombs, you start with 50 instead. It's all weird and messed up like that. And a lot of the effects are not emulated properly, not even in MAME. What are these weird robotic remains? We just don't know. Oh, yeah. Oh, I've done that one. I've tried to run PC 98 games. Highly unrecommended. Don't do it. It's not worth it. The one I really wanted to play was War of the Dead. I'm pretty sure it was War of the Dead, and that was not cooperating. Can I? Yep, you can just walk in the fire. That's fine. Okay, good. As you can see, this definitely focuses on action. There's a lot of it happening. Good of them to pick me up. And we're off. Yes, that is true. Treat the bombs set in the offshore drilling rig. The number of bombs is 5. Yeah. Taito Legends 1 on the Xbox accidentally sets one of the debug dip switches for the New Zealand story, so you can't drown. Mission 5, Crimson Line. I think there's one more mission after this, and then we're done here. Nice and brief game. Doesn't outstay its welcome. I'm actually not doing... I'm doing less bad than I thought I would. Oh, there. Well, there we go. Had to have it at one point. As I was saying before I was unceremoniously crushed, I'm not doing too bad. 2 credits up to this point is pretty okay, I'd say. Usually I'm a lot worse. Unfortunately, the characters are still as fragile as Otto was, so you can't jump down any great heights. Ow! Unless you get hit like that. That's taking intentional damage to speed things up. That's what that is. Oh, we can jump across to. Oh, okay, just barely. I think if it's like not the full length of one section of shaft, then you're all right. It's if you go any further, then you get in trouble. Nope. Okay. Just gonna run, and you can still jump kick enemies, which is handy. I've heard that they use this place for the set of Big Shell in Metal Gear Solid 2. That's a humor joke. Oh my god. I forgot that they have flamethrowers. No, it's not happening again. I'll take that bullet. Just the sheer amount of detail on these sprites. It's such a cool looking game, and you might even say it's a hidden gem. I'm sorry. Oh, That guy's on the loo! We can't shoot him. We're going to leave that guy be. Johnny Sasaki is going to live this time. Oh, no, wrong way. I'm smart. No. You know, I bet Jad the Taff knows how to use the coolant spray. It's just something weird that he learned. Just one of those things that he knows. Actually, we will briefly demonstrate Jad the Taff because he's pretty cool when we're done here. They got me. Yeah, that is completely factual. Oh no, no, get away. It does feel good when you manage to dodge bullets in this. It's very satisfying. Ooh. I believe that's the enemy leader right there. Out of area. They have a nuclear weapon. Go and treat it. May the power be with you. Vermilion Sun. Ooh, just barely. Okay, we'll take that. This is the final mission. We've got a nuke to stop. Where are we? Okay. In their underground base, deep in the Earth's core, apparently. No, it doesn't let you jump between them. Ah, yes, and what I think you can do, maybe you have to do it actually. You can shoot that computer in the that was in like its own little alcove to stop the electrical force fields. But that's not necessary. We made it past ourselves. One thing that is nice about the Egret 2's control setup is normally you use bombs with 2 buttons at the same time, but you get to do it as just a single button if you want. Maybe that was an intentional death. Maybe I meant to do that to get by faster. Ooh. Oh man, getting out of here. No thank you. Don't want to be dealing with those guys. I like playing as Edie because she has the fire bombs that help her, you know, cover herself.
Enemy approaching. All crew members on full alert.
I think we've got a bomb to stop. I think that's what they want us to do. And we've only got 170 seconds of rest time in order to do it. So we better get our skates on, I guess. Where did they start me? Okay, that's fine. Yeah, the suit guys are very, very sure of themselves. And while you won't normally see it, each character does have a little idle animation. Edie messes with her hair. Because normally you want to be getting a move on. You don't want to be faffing about. Missed the elevator. Wait, where do I... How do I... Ah, no, I see. Okay, I thought that was a wall. The edge. Do you like this alarm, by the way? Are you a fan of this stock alarm sound? Personally, I'm a huge fan. The game's not complete without it. I can imagine someone might misinterpret rest time as time for a break, but we might not actually make it. This might be a photo finish here. Please don't shoot at me. Thank you. We're near the end. No. No. That's fine. And if you stand here, he can't shoot you. And he's dead. More. That's our job done. Did we... And the ending is a bit weird and ambiguous. Did we win? Thank you. I'm actually surprised I did it in that few amount of credits. That's probably the best I've ever done. I'm okay with that. That's fine with me. Yes, this is like easily one of Taito's best 90s arcade games, and if you're interested, definitely look into the modern re-release that's coming up. I believe if they port the whole thing, that means that it'll also come with the original elevator action, so you could theoretically buy elevator action twice on modern consoles. Now, we've actioned all of those elevators, they're all done. And this is Taito just showing off the scaling they can do on the F3 hardware. So, did we win? Is there a bad ending? Is this good? Kind of a bleak kind of ending, but there's many bad Taito endings that fit that description. I think we won. But was our victory worth the price we had to pay? Taito. Great work. We are satisfied with your work. For your next mission, enter your name. Whoops, I pressed the wrong button. Back. A-N-T. Thank you. You're welcome. Dodge. Excuse me. That's rude. Yes, the game has comments whenever you register a high score. I apparently need to dodge the shots better. You know what? I'll take that into consideration. I will try and not get shot. Dodge the shots. I think some of them are like really rude as well. Okay. So I just want to briefly show off Jab the Taff, who is equipped with a Desert Eagle. Because Jab the Taff has a special ability. Red after image. Okay. First off, look at that strut. That is a man with purpose. But more importantly, he can just run through enemies. You can just shoulder tackle them. He does not care. He also throws his bombs incredibly powerfully. They're sensor bombs, so they should go off when they hit an enemy. Yeah, just plows right through them. Okay. Oh, anyway, he's dead. So, okay, those are our first two games: Elevator Action and Elevator Action Returns. Both highly recommended. But now, I need a very quick break. I'll be back in a second, and then we're gonna get started on the most video game ever made. I see we're having fun with the emotes. Very good. So, this is Growl, released in Japan as Runark. I'm not sure what else I have to say about this video game. What I do have to share, though, is the secret origin of Growl. Nope, that's the wrong button. I'm fucking up here. Okay, there we go. So, this game, when they first started working on this game, the original concept was to have you fighting animals. That is true. That is completely true. It was planned around hunting animals until Taito of America said no, please don't do that. So they changed it to a game about protecting animals from poachers via no less unethical levels of ludicrous violence. So yeah, that was the original intent, and that's kind of beautiful in a way. Animals had it coming. They've been getting away with shit for too long. So I don't know if I can zoom in on this, but one thing this flyer advertises. Oh shit, here we go. Okay. It's technically 2-player, but as well as a 4-player cabinet type, you can link 2 cabinets together with a special thing that you ordered from Taito themselves. The only other game to use anything like this by Taito was Kadash, which required it for 4-player. I don't think this behavior is emulated properly, and I've never even seen like what this connector stuff is, but it sounds interesting. Anyway, if you won't be able to resist Growl's spirit of adventure. Let's see if we can hang on. Make it even bigger. Life is a battle. When the enemy comes at you swinging, all you can do is fight back with a clenched fist. Now, a new hero has emerged. A hero who stands up to face the villains and saves the lovable animals. So, if you've never seen this game, I imagine the people here have seen this game, but this is a treat. This is also very flashy, so if you don't like flashing images, you might want to step away. But for now, we're gonna start playing. We're gonna start playing Growl. Runark. Save the animals from the evil poachers by any means. Rocks, barrels, chairs, rocket launchers, shabroom. Switch weapons with down and A button. Shabroom is very important to this game. You will learn it soon enough. But let's watch the attract mode together. Excite, action, thrill, excite, fight, shabroom. Notice there were a lot of skulls there. This attract mode is certainly setting some expectations. Can it possibly live up to them? We will find out. But see, as well as murdering people, we set the animals free. Runark. Bowling sound effects. I mean, yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wow, that is a good arcade find. So the story is sadly presented in Japanese, so we can't read it. But roughly in the 20th century, animals are being hunted, and we're a ranger corps, and we're gonna sort things out.
Drop dead, you scum!
You won't get away with it.
Now, as you know, anti-poaching places obviously have rocket launchers on tap. Please notice that when we blow them up, there's like huge swaths of bones and bloodied skulls. This is a deeply twisted game. So this is obviously a very a scrolling brawler kind of game. With lots of different weapons, and a focus on fighting as many people as possible, all at the same time.
Hey, stop it! Who do you think you are?
Now, what's very important here is that we get the whip. I don't know the one credit clear strats for this game, but I do know that you want the whip and you want to keep it. By the way, this is really important. Can you hear the game? Because the sound is half the fun in this. No, we just take the whip and we keep the whip. As best as we can, anyway. But god, there's just so many enemies on screen constantly. It's like they saw Final Fight and thought, no, we can do better than that. Needless to say, this is one I never saw in a real arcade, but I either found out about it through emulation or Taito Legends 2. I imagine a lot of people were introduced to it by Taito Legends 2, and it's just... It is an extremely arcade game. Just a very arcade game. It's complete nonsense from start to finish. It's just so over the top. But we're doing it for a good cause. We're doing it for animals. You know, so that's fine, right? Yeah? Also, I like that that's a nice touch that the ladies take the grenades out of their tops. That's attention to detail. And we're about to find our first boss. You are not going to believe this guy. Yeah, Taito didn't do that thing Konami did where they changed their arcade games between regions too much. There's obviously a few examples, but they're never nearly as severe. Now, I don't have it on hand, but I seem to remember hearing that the PS2 version in Taito Memories actually cut a lot of the gore. If anyone can confirm that for me, that would be very helpful. I just remember hearing that because one of the interviews for this said it's the first time we've been able to re-release it uncensored in Japan.
What do you jerks think you're doing? Get lost, wimp.
Get lost, wimp. Okay. And then the bird comes to help us. It's a good thing this game is about saving animals and not the original intent. But we have a bird friend now. Right, yeah, no, that makes sense. Because it's... when you blow people up in this, it's just absurd. Just the amount of gore. But it's okay. We're saving the animals, and they're saving us. They're doing us a solid. Look at this bird friend. Here he is. This is the first boss. He's just gonna throw that old car at us. That's fine. And he's gonna throw anything else he can get his hands on at us. Fortunately, we have the strategy. Keep that thought in mind, Kak. Keep that thought in mind. And when you die and respawn, this happens. Oh! There's supposed to be like a giant cage that drops down, but it didn't show up. Maybe not in boss encounters. Anyway, this guy just has dynamite strapped to him. It's fine. And now he's dead. And he blew up with like 2 skulls. Continued to the next stage. Amusingly, the English version does have subtitles, but they're usually wrong. Like, there's a lot of typos. I can just imagine this being an absolute riot with 4 people. Just the most amount of people on screen. Complete chaos. One cool thing is when you grab a grenade, you actually become invincible as you dive down, and the grenade explodes. So, you know, that's helpful. You have to... it's a wild world out there. You have to use everything you can to survive. It's a shame I lost the whip, but you can't win all. Anyway, bonus stage. It's time to free all the animals. We just blew up their cages with a grenade. That's fine. Don't worry about it. Get lost, Wisp. That's the one I always think of. Congratulations, bonus. Continue to the next stage. So this is it. This is the entire game. It's just mostly one continuous level. So I guess this feels more like Double Dragon than Final Fight. Taito, I guess Taito didn't really do Final Fight style games. Like, the closest would be Riding Fight, and that plays completely differently. Their scrolling brawlers do tend to be in the Double Dragon mold, like Arabian Magic and the Ninja Kids, which we'll be seeing in the future.
Big bucks for me. What do you jerks...
But, do you get it? big bucks because it's a deer. Did you get it? Did you get it? No? Do you get Taito's sophisticated sense of humor? Fortunately, they're going to help us out in a second. Well, I think they're going to help us out. I hope they are. Hey, there we go. See, the animals are our friends. They know that they somehow know that the Indiana Jones guy just murdering everyone is a friend. The other thing that's mysterious about this game is what time frame is it set in? It doesn't feel like modern day, and yet it doesn't. It's really odd. I think they were very clearly inspired by Indiana Jones, and oh look, there's tiny. That's Serval from Kimono Friends helping us out. Yeah, it's it is like a Puliwala kind of magic attack. Sadly, Puliwala will probably not show up on the Egret 2 mini, even in expansions, because it uses too many ex-Taito employees, their digitized images, digitized faces, and they don't have the rights to them anymore. So that's kind of unfortunate, but it is on PS2 if you really want it, on one of their Taito memory sets. There's also a bunch of unique attacks for when they're stunned on the ground, but you don't really see them very often. Come on. Oh no, I was too late. I couldn't grab the rock. That would have been helpful. Never mind. I'm completely surrounded. Help! Where are my animal friends now? I also love the rapid jab. Oh my god. Oh no. I want to get the throw where he just whips him from side to side. Sadly, it doesn't seem like I'm gonna. There we go. It's like a big cage that drops down. Yeah, the rocket launchers especially. Like, this game has a very loose sense of time. There's the throw I was hoping for. I just love the sheer chaos of the amount of enemies it throws at you. And a lot of the bodies stay on screen as well, which is interesting. That doesn't normally happen in a lot of these scrolling brawlers. Can you push them into the lake? Yes, you can. Understood. New tech learned. There's even a splashing effect. That's cool. But this was not on F3. This was F2, I think. And here's the boss. It's just 6 of these guys. Boss encounter design is my passion. Okay, so we just killed all of them by mistake. That's supposed to be a very long and protracted boss fight, but we just sent them all into the lake. Okay, that's cool. I'll take it. Also, sometimes you get a pistol, but there's not much ammo, so... I can't believe that worked. Oh, okay, you know, we'll be fighting those guys again later, don't worry. For now, we're on the rickety bridge, and we gotta save the elephant. The sheer amount of human life we are taking, but it's all for the animals. It's all good. Yes, it does. That's really nice. Yeah, it tells you exactly what hardware each game runs on, rather than use it. Because I think a lot of like System 16 is a great resource, but it also like sometimes just lists Fairyland story style hardware, that sort of thing. Whereas this is more specific. Anyway, here's Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th Part 2. You can tell it's Part 2 because he's wearing the bag over his head rather than the traditional hockey mask. But he's here now, I guess. He's kicking our ass. He does have perhaps the best line in the entire game, so... You know what? I'm going to slightly crank the volume up. Hold on. Streaming is hard. Also, hi the opponent. I did notice you. I just didn't. Sorry. Your presence is appreciated. Ow. Man, Jason's kicking my ass. I am not good enough to one credit clear this game, but that's fine. This is absolutely a game you enjoy casually, possibly with friends. This is a battle of attrition. One of us will win. There we go. And we just kill him, and he blows up. That's fine. The elephant is free. Continue to the next stage. And see, he's being our friend. He's murdering all these people for us. Thanks. Yeah, he turns them into skulls and bones. Oh god. Stampy, no. Ellie the elephant gone wild. Oh god! Why has he got a squelching noise? That's awful. Taito, what are you doing? Ah, yes. Yeah, the attract mode does show 4-player support. If you want that on a home console, I guess your only option is the Xbox version. Oh, okay.
This is the end for you.
Oh no, he got me!
There it is, the greatest cutscene in video game history. Our elephant friend saved us. And the triumphant main theme comes back. I love that. It's so good. It's so stupid. Maybe video games are good. Maybe they can't. Maybe they are good. Maybe this is the most video game. Yeah, I love the fact that he says thanks as well. He thanks the elephant, because of course he does. Oh, I just got blew up. That tank's just gonna be there for a while. There's not much we can do. And now it becomes a... Now it just becomes a platformer, all of a sudden. This is a tradition. See also Double Dragon games where they sometimes turn into platformers. Please notice there's a lot of skulls and bones in the lava here. What? And this is also the only animal enemy in the game. We do have to fight bats here. But it's okay, they're evil bats. They're not our friends. Yeah, I guess they were like, this is the time where we need more of your money. This section is missing from the Genesis / Mega Drive version, like completely. I believe it's replaced with a part where you just fight enemies in a cave and it's dark. But they just took it out. Whoa. I don't want to think about playing this in multiplayer. This seems like a real drag. It does skip you ahead a little when you die. So, God, there's so many skulls down there. Maybe nature wasn't good after all. Maybe we were wrong. And this is, I guess, the lift sequence of the game. They have to have one. It's not much of one, but they gotta have one. But here comes our animal friend. Hold on. He carries us such a pathetic distance as well. It hardly seems worth it, but we are entering the end game. We've nearly killed every poacher on Earth. Every last one of them. It's just this tiny distance. It's really funny. We do have a boss rush in our immediate future, however. Like I said, this is the perfect video game. This is the most video game there has ever been and ever will be. Here's the bosses that we just skipped last time. Just like, we're not fighting you guys. We have to fight them this time. They're just bullying us. This isn't fair. Leave me alone. God. That's better. Can't pick up that rock, but I'll take the one I can get. Oh God, he's got the people's elbow. That's fucked up. He can't do that to me. Doesn't he know I'm a Ranger Corps? Ah, we can just blow him up, whatever. Come on. So close to the end. This guy just does not want to go. And that, it just blows up. That's fine. Can we... Aha! Jason without his bag. I really wish I could pick up that other rock, but clearly it's not happening. Also, the insert credit noise is really good. We're probably going to be hearing that a couple more times before we're done here. One thing I don't like is that there is an attack you get when you press both buttons at once, but it never seems to come out consistently. It's very strange. And yeah, you do get 1 life per credit, which seems a bit mean. gonna have one more boss repeat after this, unfortunately. God, this guy just... Please explode. There we go. I asked very nicely and he did it for me. Oh, our friend the bird gave us a rocket launcher. Good looking out, thanks. Appreciate it. Oh no! Let me have my rocket launcher. Actually, you know what? I better save that. Actually, we'll need that for later. For now, we just have to deal with these guys. Yeah, they were about to discuss what to do with us before we showed up. We're very rude. Okay, that's what we wanted. Hi! Hello! How are you today, sir? Okay. Which circus did you escape from? Yeah, this is technically the final boss. Sort of. This ringmaster type. I guess that makes sense. Yeah, no, totally. They made that tank sprite and they had to reuse it somehow, and I think that this is absolutely the way to do it. Fortunately, I may or may not have watched a video beforehand of dealing with the final boss. So I think we're good. I think we're good. Not this boss, the final boss. I did not look up all of the strats, I'm afraid. Yeah, this is either G-Mantle or Clown, one of the two. There's the spin kick. It just never comes out when I want it to. And he has a rocket launcher in his back, because of course he has. I wish Karnov was next. Where's the nuclear man, the fighter? Where is he? I never learned how to beat this boss. I don't think a 1 credit clear of this game is in my immediate future. We're getting there. He's weakened. And he's dead. Okay, we've saved all the animals.
What the?
Huh? What? Hi. This is the final boss, the evil creature controlling the hunters. Did you know that all poachers have a giant worm inside them? Were you aware of this fact? So we hit them and then we scoot down. And then when the opportunity presents itself, we hit them again and we just scoot down. That appears to be the strategy. I'm not good at executing it, but that appears to be the strategy. So we're going to be here a while. While this eerie, atmospheric music starts playing, interspersed with animal screams. This This game went places you were not expecting. Oh my god, yeah, this absolutely has, like, Italian movie vibes. I've just had a very cursed thought, I'm sorry. This is like Italian straight-to-video unofficial sequel to Ace Ventura. I've just figured it out. It would be less disturbing than the actual Ace Ventura films. Oh boy. So yeah, this is like probably one of the more famous bits of this game. It just goes completely off the rails. Not that it was ever on rails to begin with, but it just goes like super off the rails. Yeah, like, it's just... What's wild to me is there's something similar still in the Mega Drive version, but it's actually a completely different monster. Oh, and sometimes like fireballs just show up. Unfortunately, this boss does take a while because it just refuses to die. But we will prevail. We will save all of the animals. That is my promise to you. And on the plus side, I checked in advance, and the ending is presented in English, so we will be able to enjoy it.
Hey, come on!
God, this is so eerie, though. Just the music and the general presentation is just so at odds with the rest of the game. It's just very weird. Yeah, that's yeah. It's like a Geiger kind of alien in the Mega Drive version. Maybe the animals weren't worth saving. Maybe we should have just saved the frames instead. This just takes a while. How are you doing, chat? How's everything with you? Oh, we did get 2 hits in there. Nope, I was too greedy. I'm not sure how you're supposed to deal with the rocket launcher. Yeah. I imagine a lot of the game would be easier with multiple players. But this boss in particular. But then you have to deal with the platforming section with multiple players, and that's a challenge in and of itself. I'm not entirely certain how the game handles multiple players, like whether it changes the difficulty or whatever. I'm not sure much work has been done into looking into that. Yeah, just enjoy this alien parasite twirling towards freedom. No, and sometimes you just get caught in this this loop. There's not much you can do.
Hey, come on!
And then he explodes violently. But we've done it. We've saved all the animals. After many bloody battles, that's an understatement, I have finally defeated the evil king of the poachers. Their reign of terror has ended and harmony between man and nature has been restored. I love a happy ending. How many people did we murder on the way? Doesn't matter. Don't think about it. It's fine. They were controlled by an alien parasite. Nothing we could do for them. Now we get some incredibly hot jams for the ending. Trifling work by Insector FJW. There's a lot of incredible names here. Please just take them in. Exit Yab. Oh, holy! I think that's the guy that's part of the plot in Dino Rex. If I remember right, Katsujiro Fujimoto was like a hardware guy, I think. Presented by Taito Corporation. What a video game. Oh, game over. Game's over now. Thank you, everyone. Don't look forward to the one credit clear of this one anytime soon, but oh boy, what a game. Absolutely highly recommended that you play through this game. It is completely bonkers. We're watching the attract mode again, I don't care. Yeah, parallax scrolling is very important. There's that tank, the famous tank. Do you remember when we fought the tank and then the elephant showed up? And then we saved all the animals. I feel like I need to sit down after that. Runark Growl just hits you right in the face. It is an extremely good video game. I'm afraid we are actually ending. My streams tend to be a bit short, I'm afraid. We did the hard-boiled action games today, so that's Elevator Action Returns, and Runark, better known as Growl. I'm afraid I'm not someone with much stream stamina. I kind of get worn out. But I want to showcase these games and give them as much time as possible. So hopefully we've accomplished that tonight. What are we playing next time? That is a good question. I don't know. I think we're either going to do sports or puzzle games, one of the two. No, not Kaiser Knuckles. So we're going to be looking at stuff like Hat Trick Hero and all the stuff on the spinner paddle controller. So that will be a good. That'll be quite a few to get done. We shall see. I'm leaning towards sports, just so we get them done, and it means I get to show off Marine Date, which is great. Marine Date rules. Anyway, thank you all very much for showing up. What do I do at the end of these streams? I can't remember. Right, well, if we just hang on for just a moment, I'm just gonna mess around with something. Hang on. Ooh. Nope, that's not the right one. There we go. Just hang tight. I was just trying to find somewhere to send us all, and I think we'll go with Swirl Drop, if I'm doing this right. So, thank you everyone for showing up. Please feel free to use the channel points to get the emotes that I cobbled together. We shall see whether I can get better ones done before next stream. I am thinking in the future of doing more streams on Sundays. Because we do have that Card Fighters Clash playthrough. I'm not sure if we're going to do it this week, but we might pick that up again, because I've got a lot of old games I can stream on the Switch, and any excuse to play old video games for the internet. I think that's fair. So what we're going to do is I'm going to type in raid. Can I even hold on. I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. Am I doing this right? Do I know what I'm doing? Obviously not. Yes. It looks like Swirl Drop has been streaming for a year, so we're going to send you over to them. So thanks everyone for showing up. Thanks for all the kind words. You're all very lovely. I will see you next.